Okay, yes, it's true. There are about 4 different phenomena that can happen at the end of life. As medical professionals, we don't know what's causing these things, but we do know that they happen often enough that we have to really educate families about them, because the families start seeing these things and they're kind of like, well, what the heck's going on? The most common one we see is something called visioning. It's the one I get the most shit for, because people think I'm trying to make this up so people believe that there's an afterlife. Literally, that is not what I'm doing. I'm just educating about something that really does happen all of the time at the end of life. It happens so often that we educate our families so they don't think their loved ones are going crazy, and to let them know that this usually starts happening a few weeks before someone dies. Second one I see a lot is something called terminal lucidity, or the rally, which is like a burst of energy that can happen before someone dies. This happens in about 30% of all of our patients. What's distinct with the rally is that it happens for a very short time. So someone's very sick, burst of energy, only for a couple days at most, and then they die. So if someone is doing well for more than a few days, it's likely not the rally. Again, we don't know why this is happening, but it happens in about 1/3 of all of our patients. The last 2 to me are general, and I see them all the time, which is the death reach, where someone is like reaching up like they're seeing someone and grabbing someone or hugging someone. And then the death stare, where someone, this is not when just their eyes are open because people's eyes are open at the end of life. This is when someone is still lucid enough, and they're just staring off into the corner or some part of the room. Sometimes they're smiling when they're doing it. Sometimes they're talking to someone while they're doing it, and they will just not get out of that stare. Kind of like when an animal does that, dogs and cats will do that sometimes. People at the end of life will also do that. They sometimes can tell you what they're staring at, and they sometimes can't. Again, as long as they are okay with this and they're comfortable, we don't do anything about this. All we do is educate that this is very normal. And again, like I said, we don't know why they're doing it. I have a feeling whoever's watching this probably has experienced something like this, so let me know in the comments your experiences. And if your loved one has died or is dying and has not experienced any of these things, that's okay too.